Hello everyone, my name is Yiyuan Gao from the Department of Radiology, the first affiliated hospital of Zhejiang Chinese Medical University. Today, I'm excited to share with you a recent publication of ours in the Journal of Magnetic Resonance Imaging. The title of our article is Age and Sex-Specific MR Feature Tracking Reference Values of Right Atrial Deformation in Healthy Adults. This work represents a significant step forward in understanding right atrial function through advanced imaging techniques. Stay tuned as we delve into the details of our study. Thank you for joining me on this scientific journey. Introduction. The right atrium plays an important role in modulating ventricular filling and maintaining normal cardiac hemodynamics through its reservoir, conduit, and booster pump function. There is increasing evidence that right atrial RA deformation parameters, including strain rate (SR), and displacement, could comprehensively assess all phases of RA function. Compared with RA emptying fraction, the traditional index of RA function, RA deformation parameters, have provided incremental diagnostic and prognostic information in multiple cardiovascular diseases. MR feature tracking (MRFT) is a promising approach for the quantitative assessment of RA myocardial mechanics, offering advantages such as high spatial resolution, excellent reproducibility, and strong endocardial border delineation capability. Accurate reference values are needed to differentiate normal from pathological cardiovascular conditions. However, normal reference values of Ra strain, SR, and displacement based on MRFT are lacking in large sample studies, especially for Asian populations. In addition, regarding the associations of Ra deformation parameters with age and sex, previous studies have reported conflicting results, possibly due to limited sample sizes. So the aims of this study was to utilize MRFT to systematically establish age and sex-specific reference values for Ra strength, SR, and displacement based on the large sample of healthy Chinese adults, and to explore their associations with age and sex. Methods: study population. All the subjects came from the local medical imaging and health screening institution, which is the only center in China to utilize cardiac MRI for health screening. Look at the flow diagrams of healthy adults inclusion. A total of 1,164 consecutive Chinese adults completed a comprehensive range of assessments, including routine physical examination, electrocardiogram, laboratory and biochemical tests, and an imaging examination between January 1st, 2013 and June 1st, 2020. From this population pool, subjects were met the following criteria were excluded. Finally, 640 subjects were excluded, leaving 524 validated healthy Chinese adults. MRFT analysis. RA myocardial feature tracking was conducted using commercially available software, CVI 42 version 5.14.2, Circle Cardiovascular Imaging, Canada. RA endocardial and epicardial borders were manually traced in the four-chamber views using a point-and-click approach at the minimum RA volume after atrial contraction. The superior vena cava and Ra appendage were excluded in the Ra endocardial contours, and an automated tracking algorithm was subsequently applied. Tracking performance was visually checked, and the initial contours were manually adjusted when deemed necessary. Three aspects of Ra strain, SR and displacement, were analyzed: reservoir strain, peak positive SR, and total displacement. Epsilon S, SRS, and DS corresponding to atrial reservoir function during RV and systole. Conduit strain, peak early negative SR, and passive displacement. Epsilon E, SRE, and DE corresponding to atrial conduit function during RV early diastole. and booster strain peak leg negative SR, active displacement epsilon A, SRA, and DA corresponding to atrial booster function during RV late diastole. Positive and negative values reflect direction, with higher negative values indicating better RA, SR, and displacement. Primary results: the normal values of Ra volumetric and functional parameters for both sexes are shown in this table. Men had significantly greater Rav max, Rav min, and Rav pack, and significantly lower RAEF total, RAEF passive, and RAEF booster. The magnitudes of Ra deformation parameters including epsilon s, epsilon e, epsilon a, SRS, SRE, SRA, DS, and DE in women were significantly greater than those in men, except for DA. For both sexes, simple linear regression showed that age was significantly associated with decreased epsilon s, SRS, DS, epsilon e, SRE, and DE, and with increased epsilon A and DA. Moreover, aging was significantly correlated to increased SRA in men, but not in women. So we provided the reference values of Ra deformation parameters by age decades for men. Also, we provided the reference values for Ra strain, SR, and displacement by age decades for women. Intra and inter-observer analysis demonstrated good to excellent reproducibility for Ra strain, SR, displacement measurements, with ICCs ranging from 0.790 to 0.972. Conclusion: we systematically provide age and sex-specific MRFT reference values of Ra strain, SR, and displacement based on a large sample of validated healthy Chinese adults with a broad age range. Both sex and age had a significant effect on Ra deformation parameters. Ra deformation measurements using MRFT had good to excellent intra and inter-observer reproducibility. That's all. Thank you for your listening.